Let us look at how to derive the cubic formula. Remember this scary cubic formula that we saw? We are going to derive this formula. So our cubic equation in general form is ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d equal to 0. Let us carry out a translation of the variable x so that the roots get shifted by h. So y is equal to x minus h, which implies x is equal to y plus h. So we replace x by y plus h. We get a times y plus h cube plus b times y plus h square plus c times y plus h plus d equal to 0. Now expanding, we get ay cube plus 3ay square h plus 3ay h square plus ah cube plus by square plus 2bych plus bh square plus cy plus ch plus d equal to 0. We need only up to the term y square since we need to get rid of it. So ay cube plus 3ay square h plus by square plus dot 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 equal to 0. Again, we have y square, y square. Let's combine them. We have ay cube plus 3ah plus b times y square plus dot 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 equal to 0. To get rid of the y square term, the coefficient has to be equated to 0. So 3ah plus b equal to 0. Solving it for h, we get h equal to minus b by 3a. Now this we replace it in this equation. Where is that? This one. So a times y minus b by 3a cube plus b times y minus b by 3a square plus c times y minus b by 3a plus d equal to 0. Now let's expand these powers. So we have a times y cube minus 3y square b by 3a plus 3 by b square by 9a square minus b cube by 27a cube plus b times y square minus 2yb by 3a plus b square by 9a square plus cy minus cb by 3a plus d equal to 0. Now let's open up these brackets. Ay cube minus this 3 cancels out, a cancels out, and we are left with y square b plus 3ay b square by 9a square minus ab cube by 27a cube plus by square minus 2y b square by 3a plus b cube by 9a square plus cy minus cb by 3a plus d equal to 0. Okay. Now, minus y square b and plus by square, they cancel out. So our y square term has disappeared. What we have is ay cube plus we collect the terms or collect the terms of y. So b square by 3a minus 2b square by 3a plus c times y plus we collect the constants minus b cube by 27a square plus b cube by 9a square minus cb by 3a plus d equal to 0. Now here we have to be very careful. Okay. Now let's combine these expressions. We get ay cube plus minus b square plus 3ac minus 2b square plus b square is minus b square times y plus minus b cube plus 3b cube minus 9abc plus 27a square d, the whole thing divided by 27a square equal to 0. So ay cube plus minus b square plus 3ac by 3a times y plus 3b cube minus b cube is 2b cube minus 9abc plus 27a square d by 27a square is equal to 0. Okay, now what further simplification can we do? We divide the whole thing by a. So we convert it into monic form. A disappears here. So y cube plus minus b square plus 3ac by 3a square, because again we are dividing by a, times y plus 2b cube minus 9abc plus 27a square d divided by 27a cube equal to 0. That p is equal to minus b square plus 3ac divided by 3a square, and q is equal to 2b cube minus 9abc plus 27a square d divided by 27a cube. If this is to make sure that we are able to take it further without writing these big expressions repeatedly. So now we have arrived at a depressed cubic. Now that we solve. Let's see how to continue. So we have found this equation with p equal to this and q equal to this. Substituting p and q in the monic form equation, we get y cube plus py plus q is equal to 0. Now let y is equal to u plus v. Now we are substituting u plus v for y. U plus v cube plus p times u plus v plus q equal to 0. U cube plus 3u square v plus 3uv square plus v cube plus p times u plus v plus q equal to 0. U cube plus v cube plus q plus, now here 3u square v plus 3uv square, we factor it. We get 3uv times u plus v and then plus p times u plus v equal to 0. Now this part is the tricky part. This substitution, y is equal to u plus v. And in a few more steps, we will know why we are doing that exactly. U cube plus v cube plus q plus, now here you notice u plus v and u plus v is common. So common, we take it out, u plus v times 3uv plus p equal to 0. If this entire left hand side has to be 0, what should be the case? It should be that this expression u cube plus v cube plus q is equal to 0, and this part should also be 0. But if this part has to be 0, then one of them has to be 0. But we don't want u plus v to be 0, because then there's no point in, we are basically in that case substituting y with 0. So 3uv plus p is equal to 0. So u cube plus v cube plus q equal to 0 and 3uv plus p equal to 0. Let's take it one by one. 3uv plus p equal to 0, which implies uv is equal to minus p by 3. Q cube times v cube is equal to minus p cube by 27. So what have we done? We have taken the cube on both sides. Okay, now let's look at this. U cube plus v cube plus q equal to 0, which implies u cube plus v cube equal to minus q. So now this is, again, we need to be observant enough to recognize that we have product of two quantities and the sum of the same two quantities. And since we have product and sum of the same two quantities, we can form a quadratic equation. So let the quadratic equation be in T. Then we have T minus U cube times T minus V cube. Why? Because U, in that case, since we have product of two quantities and sum of the same two quantities, we can form a quadratic equation whose roots will be U cube and V cube. So that is how and since they are the roots, that means t minus u cube and t minus v cube are going to be the factors. So that is how this quadratic equation comes up. Now opening up this, we get t square minus u cube t minus v cube t plus u cube v cube equal to 0. T square minus u cube plus v cube times t plus u cube v cube equal to 0. Now u cube plus v cube is what? It's minus cube. And u cube v cube is what? Minus p cube by 27. So we do the substitutions. So t square plus qt minus p cube by 27 equal to 0. This is a quadratic equation in t with the roots u cube, v cube. And if we look at the discriminant, we get q square minus, remember b square minus 4ac. So b is q here. So q square minus 4 times a times minus p cube by 27. Delta is equal to q square plus 4p cube by 27. Now u cube is equal to minus q plus square root of delta divided by 2. Because remember, u cube is one of the roots. So let's take the plus part of the quadratic equation. So u cube is equal to minus q plus square root of q square plus 4p cube by 27 divided by 2, which is equal to minus q by 2 plus, now 2 in the denominator, we take it into the square root. So we get square root of q square by 4 plus 4p cube by 27 times 4. So 4 cancels out. We get plus p cube by 27. Similarly, v cube is equal to now the negative part. So minus q minus square root of q square plus 4p cube by 27 by 2, which is equal to minus q by 2 minus square root of q square by 4 plus p cube by 27. Remember, y is equal to u plus v. But here what we have got is u cube and v cube. So to get u and v, we have to take the cube root on the right hand sides. So let's do that. So we have y is equal to cube root of u cube. So cube root of minus q by 2 plus square root of q square by 4 plus p cube by 27 plus v, which is cube root of minus q by 2 minus square root of q square by 4 plus p cube by 27. But remember, we have solved for y. What we want is x. So x is equal to y plus h. So x is equal to this entire expression of y minus b by 3a, because h is minus b by 3a, where p is equal to minus b square plus 3ac by 3a square, and q is equal to 2b cube minus 9abc plus 27a square d by 27a cube. As you might have noticed, if you take it step by step, it is really an interesting derivation. Now, the difference is, in the quadratic formula, the coefficients of the original equation are substituted directly into the formula to obtain the roots. But for a cubic equation, we first transform it into a depressed cubic by getting rid of the square term. The coefficients of the depressed cubic are then substituted into the formula to obtain the roots. That is why we usually tend to use other techniques for finding the roots of a cubic polynomial equation. Now, just to make sure that we have understood this formula, because mathematically it is very interesting, we will solve one cubic equation using this formula in the next session. That's it for now.